camera set up. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to come in before we get started, and I'm going to drop the link to the pound cake we're baking today. I posted, this is impromptu. I sent out an email a couple hours ago and posted on my page and in the group that I was gonna go live and bake the eggnog pound cake. I'm trying to figure out when was a good time to bake it, and I was like, today, because I can't figure out on my schedule, and I didn't want it to get too close to Christmas. So here we are. So I hope that several of you all have a chance to join me. I know it's a busy time. I'm myself done shopping, so we passed that part, thankfully. Okay, let me find my live in the group. Here we go. And I'm also going to drop the recipe first, and then I'm gonna drop the information for the December baking challenge. Because that is still going on this month, you have until the end of the month to join us. I appreciate y'all who have joined already. So the competition, when you submit your cake photo, it puts you in the chance to win a $50 gift card. There'll be 2 winners. So we've been doing this every month for a while now. It's a lot of fun. And it gives people a chance to maybe make a pound cake that you haven't made before. Alright, so I dropped the link to the recipe. So for the baking challenge, you can make this either regular or mile high style, or making it regular style tonight. So we're gonna keep it just regular. Okay, let me turn that on. Alright, let me drop the baking challenge info, and then we'll get started. And so we're making this cake boozy style, y'all. So if you don't like eggnog with liquor, alcohol, you don't have to. I recommend Pennsylvania Dutch. It's my favorite. You can find it at most stores, but you can make yours without alcohol. Where's my other ladder? Okay, here we go. Okay, I think we all set. If you have a question as we're going along with the baking process, let me know, y'all. This cake is really simple to make. So it's just like a regular pound cake, but instead of using like buttermilk or sour cream, let me turn this down, or cream cheese, we're using eggnog. So I'll show y'all the eggnog again. We're using Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog for this recipe. And it has like brandy, brandy, rum, and blended whiskey. Very good. I, for one, am not an eggnog person. Like, I'll take a couple of sips or something like that, and that's enough for me. But I really love this in a pound cake. And we're going to put it in the glaze. We're not going to make the glaze be alive, but you have it in the recipe if you want to try it. You can also just dust this cake with powdered sugar if you want to, or just nothing. Some people aren't glazed people. I'm a glazed girl. All right, let me get my bowls so we can measure out the ingredients, and we'll start there. Move this back, I'm gonna do some moving around. Let me grab my bowls first. Alright, sorry about the noise. It's the only thing I forgot was to get my bowls out. Alright. So the only variation that I'm making to the recipe is we're using salted butter instead of unsalted butter. So when you use salted butter, of course, you don't add the extra salt. That's just all I buy now. So I didn't have any unsalted butter. Alright, so let's start by measuring out our sugar. Hey, from Texas. Y'all come in and say hey. Y'all let me know if y'all ready. Where you from? If you want to. If you're done Christmas shopping, where you at with that? Is it cold where you are? Because it's not cold here. It is not cold in Texas. We're supposed to have 80-degree weather on Christmas. I ain't understanding. But that's Texas for you. And I think it's supposed to be 60 by the weekend. Okay. All right, so this is a 1/2 cup measure, so we're gonna do 8 of these. No, we're not. I'm in my high mode. We're gonna do 6 of these because we're using 3 cups of sugar. So 3. I'm just leveling off with my knife. And we need one more. You're done shopping and it's 80 degrees. It's crazy. I'm like, what do I wear? Do I take a jacket? Do I wear a short sleeve? Do I wear a long sleeve? I'm always cold natured, so long sleeve was fine today with the breeziness that we had. But I had to roll down my windows in the car. All right, we're using all-purpose flour for this cake. Let me get this cleaned off. Hey, Tosh, I meant to text you, see how you doing. 43 degrees. That sounds about right for where you live, though. You gonna make it tomorrow, though? I hope you love it. I really do. It's one of my favorites to make. I had no reason to make this cake except we have the challenge going on right now, and I was like, this is perfect to make for the live. And I'm gonna eat a little bit, and I'm gonna get rid of a little bit. So what do we do? 3, 4, 5, 6 to make 3 cups. All right, so 3 cups of flour, 3 cups of sugar. You're gonna make it one day. I'm gonna wait on you. I know you usually do bake a little bit for the holidays, so I believe you will eventually. All right, so baking powder, we're gonna go ahead and add that to our flour. Remove this. So a question I get all the time, you write about a jacket or a sweater. A jacket, sweater, a coat, and an umbrella in Texas at all times. So a question I get all the time is whether I need to put baking powder in my pound cake, whether if I'm using cake flour, do I need to use it, or if I'm using all-purpose flour, do I need to use it? It is an optional ingredient for a pound cake. Baking powder can give your cake a little bit of extra lift, but you don't need it. Pound cake gets its rise from the amount of eggs it's used in the cake and from the mixing process, okay? So really up to you. It could be a helpful ingredient in some pound cakes, and I'm not gonna dive too far into that, but it's an optional ingredient. All right. So half a teaspoon of baking powder, and let me grab my nutmeg. I didn't get that. All right, so we're gonna put the baking powder and the nutmeg in the flour. It just makes it easier. You don't need to add it separately into your cake. All right, that's that. You can let me add this. Measure it over something. I'm getting it pretty good, but I don't want to do too much and add too much. The eggnog already has plenty of flavor. All right, adding our nutmeg. And then what I do is I just give it a little stir. Y'all know I don't sift. You can sift if you want to. It can create a fluffier cake. I like a denser pound cake, and I use pre-sifted flour. So you do not need to sift if you don't want to. Personal choice. Hey, Miss Carolyn. I'm glad you can make it. I'm surprised you're not in the kitchen baking away. You always have something going on. All right, so we got that done. Did I miss anything? No salt, because we're using salted butter. You can use the salt how it is in the recipe. A cup of, I'm trying to think if I want to, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pour my eggnog. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me check the comments real quick. Hey, Anna. Hey, Arlene. All right, I'm gonna tilt y'all a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, that is, let me see the comments. All right, I'm learning something new while I'm trying to tilt. Anna, I'm gonna look at your comment real quick because you just like me, you don't like the eggnog. I don't like the eggnog, but you have to try it in a pound cake. So good. I was just talking about that. Well, I can't say, okay. We're gonna say I don't like it because I'm not one to sit and drink eggnog. It's like, give me a little bit. Yeah, that was all right. So let's move on. All right, we have our butter. I'm greedy, I gotta get all of it. I would say give it a try one time, just one time. But get a good eggnog. A lot of people buy, what is that, like that Southern Comfort eggnog. I'm sure that has alcohol in it. Southern Comfort is an eggnog. There's another one at the store. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's a popular eggnog. So try something well known, right? I want to try like one of those eggnogs in those little quarts. You know, like how milk comes. I want to try nothing like that. Try some good eggnog. So we're gonna start giving this a mix. And we're gonna start adding in our sugar. I'm gonna add it in a little bit at a time. I'm gonna try not to share it with the counter. If you watch my videos on YouTube, I always talk about having a habit of sharing it with the counter. I like to add my sugar in a little bit at a time. You don't have to. I saw a comment. Somebody said they made this cake the other day. I'm gonna check your comment in just a minute. Like YouTube, I can see the comments, but it gives me like partial. Alright, pull it back a little bit. Yeah, y'all can see it better like that. You made this cake the other day, and it's fantastic. Thank you so much. You're gonna make it tomorrow, okay? Okay, let me know. I hope your cakes come out great. All right, so we are going to mix our flour and our sugar until it's like nice, light, and fluffy. So maybe about 5 minutes. We'll see. Just until we get to that texture that we're looking for. I'm gonna get my bowl, throw this away. I know the clean surface. Get my bowl ready. My little thing ready for the eggnog. Our oven is already preheated to 325 degrees, so it's to be all ready to go by the time we finish baking this cake. Stop it for a second. I've been making my half-pound cakes for so long. I'm looking at this like, did I put enough sugar and all of that there? All right. I'm mixing on a 1. I'm gonna crank it up to a 2. Yeah, it's on a 2. It's the highest I go. You made this cake 3 times, Miss Carolyn. I'm glad it came out great for you. It's a little hot for me. So I'll turn it back down to a 1. I really love this one. I tell people about it all the time. I made a couple of other boozy cakes, but it's something special about this one. And of course, you can only get the eggnog certain times of the year, so I try to buy a little extra. And it's just good. I thought about making other types of desserts and stuff with it too. All right, it's getting there. Hey, LaShonda. Miss Carolyn, I know you made some people happy. Hey, and I'm gonna drop the recipe in the comments again for anyone who missed it. Well, you didn't have to have cream cheese for this glaze, but we're not putting cream cheese in this pound cake. This glaze is really basic. It's just powdered sugar and the eggnog and some butter and vanilla, and that's it. And if you want to dust the cake with If you want, that's the case with nutmeg. Okay, y'all see how the batter is transforming? So we're getting there. And I post a baking challenge again as well. We have monthly baking challenges. It's connected to my website, but I post it a lot on social media. But you'll find them at withalighbutter.com. I always post them on the first of the month. You can always go on my newsletter too, so you don't miss anything new. But this challenge goes to the end of the month. Was that the 31st? Yeah, the 31st, and you have the opportunity to be a winner of $50 Amazon gift card. So incentive. Hey, Joni and Z. I'm gonna stop again. We getting there. Look at that. Really, we can pretty much stop, but I'm gonna give it another quick mix. Because it's like custard, which is what you want. All right. So let it go around a couple more times, and then we're gonna start adding in the extract. Just a minute. Hey, Steven and Tanya. Glad you could join us tonight. Alright, so I'm not going to stop the mixer to add the extract because I know that we're already good to go with the batter that we have so far. So I'm just going to slow it down. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Do y'all use clear vanilla or do y'all use regular vanilla? And for those who have used clear vanilla before, let me know how you like it because I'm thinking about trying it. Slow it down and add our eggs one at a time. I'm going to mix the egg until it's combined into our batter. Use regular. I'm old school with that, like with the vanilla, but I've thought about it because like when you make your icing, it's not a big deal. But when you make your icing and you add the vanilla, the regular, it kind of tints it a little bit. So I thought about, you know, at least for my icing, trying clear vanilla. Alright, got it all added. Last egg, did I miss anything? We're not adding salt because we're using salted butter. We added our vanilla, baking powder, nutmegs, and with our flour, we have our 5 eggs. Okay, I think we're good to go. We're gonna start alternating our flour with our nutmegs. Let me pour up the nutmeg. Let me pour up the eggnog. Use regular too. Okay. We're using a cup of eggnog. Smells good. Smells like I want to drink a little bit. Ain't that something? Even though I don't like it like that. Like to just drink. I'll take a little bit though. Alright, let me scrape down the sides of the bowl. Oops. Let me unlock it and not turn the mixer back on. Okay. Flour first, flour mixture first. Boom, nice and slow. A drop of white food coloring may do it. I'm not a big food coloring fan. I will use it if I'm doing something different, especially like when I make the black history pound cake. But I don't know, I'm inclined to try it, but I do like natural. I prefer natural. Natural is possible anyway. Jody, you drink so you was strong. Baby, it don't play. It does not play. Yes, this eggnog has alcohol in it. It's a little boozy concoction. It has brandy, rum, and blended whiskey. When you use baking spray, Pam, whatever baker's door, whatever kind of baking spray you want to use, you don't need flour, love, because baking spray has flour in it. So if you're using flour and baking spray, you're overdoing it. Thank you, Nancy. Don't be an extra. We're going to add a little bit more liquid, then add a little more flour, then we're going to finish it off. You only mixture your wet, your dry, I'll share it some with the counter until it's combined. So the wetness of the batter is blending in, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in the last bit of flour. We'll mix until combined or almost combined and stop. Alright, then we're ready to pour it into our pan. So let me clean this, move some stuff around, clean this counter. And grab our pan. Well, I'll take our bowl off the, whatchamacallit first. Let's do that. I'm glad you caught the live too, since I was impromptu today. I usually plan it ahead, but planning ahead was just not working out. So here we are. And I didn't want to get closer to Christmas and y'all really get busy and don't have time to be on live. You know, you might have guests coming in or you're cooking and stuff like that. So I said, hey, I'll post the replay for those who can't make it. So we're gonna start from the side and work our way in. Doing our last little mix. Make sure I get in the bottom of that bowl. Alright, so we got my friend here, Lazy Susan. It's gonna help me with this cake. Let me move this mixer. Alright. So you know my motto. Some people have a problem with their pan sticking. And my question is, what did you spray the hell out of it? Because that's what's needed so your pan doesn't stick. Some people use the freezer method where they spray and freeze. Some people use butter flour, shortening flour, this spray, different type of spray. Whatever method that you use, make sure that you use a good amount. Your pan is dry. You're using a decent pan, and that you coat it right before you add your batter to the pan. All right, especially right before, because it will whatever you use can settle. I'm not saying it will, but it's possible. All right, you see how foamy that thing is? Okay. You can also always use a brush. Use this brush only for baking and spread it out. And this is just a regular, like, you know, brush you would buy for like barbecue sauce or something. And get all in the creases and the crevices. Up at the top. Okay. Well coated. Let's go ahead and lay our batter. I'm using Baker's Joy. That's all I use. Oh, you asked me about flour. I'm thinking about this spray. I use gold metal, pre-sifted. And that's the only kind of I use when I'm in a cake flour mood. Usually, like if I'm making a cream cheese pound cake or something like that, I use cake flour. Otherwise, I only use all-purpose. And y'all, even though it has eggnog in it, okay, so if you try a little bit, if you taste a little bit, it's going to be strong. But once you bake the cake, it does settle down. If you're not a drinker, it may appear a little bit more stronger to you. You know, everybody has a different palate. I don't drink that often, and it's not too terribly strong to me. But again, everybody's taste buds are different. There's all different types of eggnogs, brands, alcoholic, eggnog with alcoholic, eggnog with alcohol, eggnog with no alcohol. Use what you want to use. Make sure you smooth your top of your batter as even as possible. Make sure that you don't overfill your pan. Leave about an inch from the top of the pan to give your cake room to rise. So when you flip it, you don't have that crack. That's a lot of times what that's from, because the pan was overfilled. Clear up any blemishes that you may have, like a little bit here, but like right here. This may harden. Well, it will harden as the cake bakes, and small little things like that can make your cake come out of the pan weird. It just don't look even enough for me. I'm probably doing too much today. This is the part that I always do too much on. This is alright. Okay. I'm gonna give a little tap tap. So you're gonna have to bake the cake, Nancy. I'm gonna give it a tap for a second, so if your ears are sensitive, you might want to turn your device down. Alright, there we go, and it's ready to go into the oven. You add a bourbon to your eggnog, that sounds good too. I got my turntable from what's it called now? At home, used to be called Garden Ridge. That's where I got it from. Let me put the cake in the oven. It's already got to bake for an hour 15, and it's whatever o'clock, and then I'm gonna come back and look at the comments. Do y'all have any questions at all about this pound cake, about any pound cake, about baking for the holidays, about anything that has to do with that? This is a good opportunity for us to have a little chat about that before I wrap up this live for the evening. Y'all, I last for the year. You're welcome, D. Last for the year. I can't believe this year has gone by so fast. So fast. I hope you got a chance to bake your favorite pound cake this year. Try something new. Challenge yourself to something new, even if it doesn't have anything to do with pound cake. I love a thick, creamy batter too. A lot of people like a thinner batter. Some of those people are making bundt cakes. Pound cakes. They're making bundt cakes, but we're not gonna get into that. And some people's batters are just thinner, but I like a thicker batter. I'll post the recipe again. I posted in the comments already, but I'll post it again for y'all who missed it. I'm glad you can come too, Kim. Add Jack Daniels to yours. Okay. Yeah, you need a little, even if you're not, oh, what happened? Even if you're not a drinker, maybe add there's bourbon extract, or rum would be different, but like a rum extract, something, a little something. It's the holidays, Oh, you made that whipping cream pound cake. You have to try the cake. Thank you, though. You have to try the Christmas cake I just posted Sunday, or was it Saturday? Anyway, the last cake that I posted, the Christmas pound cake, I use heavy whipping cream and cream cheese, baby. When I tell you it was good, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that combination together was awesome. That's a little Debbie themed pound cake that I made. That was a lot of fun to make. Thank you, Nacy. You've been on a lot of my lives this year, and I appreciate it. We're gonna keep it going next year. I think I went live every month except October this year. So I do the lives every month, and I think that's the only month that I missed. Like it went by like crazy fast. I don't know why it says not to use spray with that pan. Some people say that it says that it's non-stick. I've had my mom hide cake pan for a long time, and I don't remember what it said or what it didn't say, but I don't think it said that it was non-stick. I could be wrong. That's one of those things where I don't suggest following the instructions. I always say, recommend it, but in that case, that pan, if you don't use spray, it's gonna stick. If you try it, let me know. If you want to be brave, that's a lot of. I ain't gonna be like that. I was gonna say that's a lot of batter to waste, but that's trial and error when it comes with baking. But the only pan that I don't use baking spray with is the USA pan, and I even think that one says some type of prep. But from looking at other people's recommendations and stuff, I don't prep it with anything. How many cakes am I baking for the holidays? Nada. This one. I'm gonna take it to my family Thursday, and I'm just probably gonna take them a couple of slices because by Thursday it'll be a day 4. A pound cake is good for about 5 days. I meant to bake this cake tomorrow, but it's okay. Or I might just freeze it and take it like that. But my family, they get cake all year. I don't bake for people, so I don't have anybody to bake for. That's it. It's my last cake of the year, and I'm actually taking off all of January. I did that last year. I think I tried to do it last year. Something came out. I think I maybe baked at the end of January for Black History Month. Well, things may change. I may bake live, but this is my last cake till February. Hey, and we have the same last name. I don't know if that's your real last name, but that's cool. Thank you. I appreciate you joining me. Welcome to the Whip a Lot Butter family. Thank you. I actually went to a friend's Christmas, whatever you call it, Friendsmas, whatever you want to call it. And this was part of the party favors. So I was like, that'd be cute to wear tonight. Yeah, I really try to take a break. Some people may not know I work full time and I'm in management, so it's a lot going on all the time. So January, I try to take a break. This year, my goal was to post a new pound cake recipe every week. I usually do only 2 a month. Every week for November, and then I ended up really kind of going into December with that. I think I missed 1 week in December, but a new pound cake every week. So it's been busy. It's been busy. Thank you. I'm glad they've been ahead. I try. I really try. And if it's not good, or if I think it needs a little more extra work, then I hold off on posting it. Because I would hate for somebody to bake a cake and it just doesn't come out right. I'm not one of those creators that's like, oh yeah, let me just put, because it's good enough. I don't try to be perfect, but I'm definitely not going to just post something just to post. Thank you. I'm trying to keep up with it all. And my community is great. So, I mean, even when I'm tired, even on the days that it's hard or whatever, I'm super busy, I try to keep pushing through. But I have been taking more time to rest. So, that's been key too. More time to rest in between. At 5 days, you put it in the microwave for about 20 to 25 seconds. Yeah, but you know what? After day 5, it loses its zap. And I think it really does need to be frozen. I have a tutorial if you need to know how to freeze a pound cake as well on my website. But at day 5, like, that's enough. Everybody's different. Some people, you know, they eat pound cake or they leave it out longer than that. That's what I recommend. So, and then at that point, I freeze it. But even this is a lot of, I don't want to bake the Mile High because it's too much for my family. But even this one is too much for my family because we're small. So, and I will take a picture of it and I'll post it on my personal Facebook, and which is pretty much like my business one. But my Ashley Frederick page, and I'll post it in Black People's Pound Cakes as well, so y'all can see the cake. I'll probably glaze it tomorrow. If I'm not busy, I may come back on live and glaze it. No, we might save that for next year. I've been wanting to do a live where I make a glaze. I actually thought about making the glaze tonight and just saving it for tomorrow, but I was like, But a lot of people have had problems making the glaze, and I'd rather make it with a regular ingredient, even though eggnog is a liquid, so it doesn't matter. But I'd rather like do a tutorial, just basic, powdered sugar, milk, vanilla. Do something like that sometime next year. And I'm always open to new suggestions, like what else do y'all want to see. I try to keep the group fun. I try to keep my page fun. I try to keep my website fun. Try to bring different things. I want to do a boozy series next year. This past year we did a sour cream pound cake series. That was really fun. I want to do a candy pound cake series. I don't know if y'all like that because my audience is not a younger audience, but you know, a lot of people do bake cakes with or for their the little people in their family, or some people just big candy lovers. So that may be something that goes over well. I try to pick something that goes over well. Sometimes I might have to do like a little test to see, but I definitely think I want to do toffee for Black History Month. We'll see. Because it got to be something black or brown. We'll see. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. I will do a glaze live definitely next year. Okay, you think candy will be fun? Yeah, because like even doing like the Little Miss Debbie cake, that was fun. The Mardi Gras was fun. That's using the I use the sugar crystals on the Little Miss Debbie cake, y'all, with icing. That was so good. I even added a little bit extra, and with a little bit of extra of that and a little bit of extra glaze when I would cut a slice. That stuff is so good. It's like you have the tenderness of the pound cake, and you get that, and it has like a little crunch, a little bite. Definitely good. I've done Biscoff. I have a cookie butter pound cake recipe on my website. But I definitely would do a glaze. I just didn't get around to it this year. I meant to do it with the sour cream pound cake series, and then by the time I ended that, it was getting into the Christmas holiday season. I wanted to bake all the cakes I wanted to bake, so I didn't end up doing it. Douce would be good, because I haven't tried that, and it's not the same as caramel, so that would be good. Hey, Merry Christmas, Sarah. I have thought about doing other cultures. I actually wanted to do a coquito pound cake, but I didn't have a chance. I didn't have time to do that. So coquito is, I guess this word is okay to say, Mexican eggnog. That's how I've heard it termed. If it's Hispanic eggnog, I want to be, I want to use the right terminology and be respectful. But I wanted to try that. I wanted to try, I've done a rum, but not with Jamaican rum. And they have a black cake. It's a Jamaican pound cake. I've thought about trying that. That would be cool. Never done anything French. I did want to try, and this may be just as American as a day is long, but mascarpone. That's something I want to try. Haven't got around to that yet. So it's just a different type of cream cheese. But I've heard it's so good. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. I'm glad I could be helpful and the group could be helpful. We have a lot of great members. But definitely want to do candy. I saw, and I try not to do things that are seasonal all the time, but I saw, what was it? Peppermint. Oh, I saw hot chocolate morsels. I was like, oh, that would be so good to do like a s'mores pound cake. I still look. When is winter end? March. I still might do a s'mores pound cake. We'll see. That would be good. I even wanted to do one I saw with the morsels, but I want to do one where you add the marshmallows and torch them. I don't know. That sounds like it'll be cool. And I saw a cream brulee pound cake. That would probably be good too. Hey, Merry Christmas, love. But yeah, I'm definitely open. I do like to try more challenging things when I have more time. Like, okay, so I carved out some time to make the Neapolitan because I had seen that recipe so many times. And you know, a lot of times people post their cake and they don't post the recipes. That's fine. It's not even a requirement in my group. But I wanted the layers to be, you know, the different colors to be flavored. And so that was going to take a lot of steps. But once I got into it, it was fun to make. But I like to really have enough time to like concentrate. Like, okay, because we have strawberry, we have vanilla, we have chocolate. But I want to make it with Dutch processed cocoa. It's a whole process, and it's different bowls for the food coloring. But that one was good and fun to make. I don't know about the Dubai chocolate. You know what? I haven't even tried the Dubai chocolate, but I have seen somebody make the recipe and it looked like it was a lie. It looked like it was a lie. So maybe Dubai topped pound cake. I don't know. That's a possibility though. Since it's candy, I may think about it. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. I appreciate you too. But Dubai may work. Yeah. Dubai is too rich for you. It's made with like pistachio, right? Pistachio pound cake would be good. I kept saying I want to try that. I had it in my Amazon cart to buy the pistachio extract so many times and haven't yet. It's just so many different, you know, I have a lot of pound cakes on my website, and every time I think I ran out of ideas, I'm like, oh no, you haven't made this. You know, I want to make, when I made the, that orange cranberry. Baby, if you have time, make that. The flavor with that orange extract will knock you off of your feet. And the moisture with the that you get from the buttermilk and the citrus flavors combined, that was so good. I want to make just an orange pound cake. I thought about making an orange crush. I still might, but still add the extract. But that orange with those sugar cranberries, that was an excellent combination. You know, I won't say avoided, but I saw that recipe before. I was like, I ain't gonna make it. We'll see. I'll get to that. I should have made it earlier. It's that good and tender. That was good. Crunchy. You like pistachio and crunchy. I don't want to butcher that word. I'm gonna look it up though. Okay. I'm definitely into trying something different. And next year, I've said this a lot this year. It was my intention to get to it and think about in what form we would do it. But I want to have a live, or we actually talk to each other, interact. I don't know. Like, it's so many people in my tribe. Like, I don't want to have it and everybody's trying to talk at the same time, and there's so many people, and it's so chaotic and stuff like that. Maybe I'll open it up to 50 people. That's still a whole lot of people. I want to be fair and all that. But I think I may do a test where we just having cake talk or something like that, and then see how it goes, and then see how it'll be with baking. Or maybe have, something once a quarter where like 5 or 10 of us bake together. I have a lot of different ideas working on executing. It gets a little crazy with work, but I'm trying to. One of my goals is to make sure I carve out that mental real estate so I have the energy, the capacity, and everything to execute the things I want to do with us. You know what I mean? You only have so much time, you only have so much capacity, and then you got life, family, and everything else too, right? And so I'm trying to work on that. But regular time, I only make 2-pound cakes a month, so it's a little bit easier. I have a little bit more time, and I thought about taking a little bit of a break, like in the summertime, so I have more time to like think about doing some stuff. And I thought about doing the meetups again. We'll see. My vision is eventually for us to be able to bake together in person, but that takes having a dedicated space and all the things. So it can happen. It can happen in due time. All right. Y'all have any other questions before I get off of here? Even after I get off of here, I go back and I check the comments and I answer as many as I can. I don't know if y'all seen lately, I heart a lot of your comments. Well, pretty much all of them. I would love to respond to everybody. I just don't have time, and I read each and every one of them, and I appreciate it because you all always comment and show me love. Please don't think that I don't see your comment. I just don't have time to respond to each and every one of y'all. I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a Happy Holiday. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a happy season and whatever that you celebrate. I will be back in, okay, I'm glad y'all have fun. I'll be back live maybe in January, maybe in February. I'll let you know. I told y'all I was gonna take January off. Sometimes I get to missing y'all, but maybe in February. But definitely we'll still be doing the baking challenges every month, okay? So look out for January's baking challenge, and if you can join us for December's and possibly win an Amazon gift card, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Come on and join us over here, and I'll catch y'all next time. All right. Y'all have a good rest of y'all week.